up outside of magic. Love when I'm ripping the plastic. Love when I'm popping the elastic. 7 on the deck, you ain't never.
Hey everybody, it's Nurse Maine Bae. Just coming by with a video that's going to be about Sunday dinner today. So today I'm going to be making some black-eyed peas. Okay, I'm letting them soak right now. And then also I got some bacon going in my pot over here, just so that way I can get some of the oil from the bacon and the fat from the bacon to add for the collard greens. And then also over here, I have my turkey wings and turkey legs. So I'm going to be putting these into the oven. And then we're also going to make a dessert as well. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Smoked turkey wings and legs, black-eyed peas, collard greens with bacon fat, and also a surprise dessert. So stay tuned, and we're going to get started, and we're going to keep going along with what we got on the menu. So see you in a bit. Hey, we're back. So we're going to start on the black-eyed peas. I got some chicken broth here and a measuring cup that holds 2 cups. So we need 4 cups of chicken broth or chicken stock. And then you're going to add that to a decent sized pot. It doesn't have to be the biggest pot, but it's pretty decent. So next, I'm going to start sauteing any vegetables that I'm going to put in there. I have some frozen onions, or you can use fresh onions. Either one is okay to use. And then also I have some bell pepper and onion blend, so that way I can add some extra depth of flavor there. So we've got that going, and then I'll be right back and kind of give you a sneak peek of how things are going once I put everything in to simmer. Okay, so see you soon. There's the onions and the bell pepper sauteing. So we're getting that ready for my black-eyed peas. This is how I make my black-eyed peas. Okay. Black-eyed peas still soaking in the water. I'm going to go ahead and drain those in just a minute. So here we have onion powder. This is what we're using in the black-eyed peas. We're going to use a teaspoon of onion powder. I'm going to use a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. In the end, after we finish sauteing the onions and the bell pepper, we're going to actually add in 2 bay leaves with the chicken stock that we added in earlier. You'll add in 1/4 of a teaspoon of the thyme leaves. So you can use ground thyme too, or you can use thyme leaves. So I've got thyme leaves. And you're going to use 1 teaspoon of the black pepper. Okay, so that's how I'm making my black-eyed peas today. And of course, we already added in the 4 cups of the chicken stock. So we'll be back just to kind of give you another sneak peek of how things are going while it's cooking. The bacon has already been taken out of the oil, and I've reserved the oil for the vegetables to cook in. So that's what it's cooking in right now. And then in just a moment, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of turkey, I guess you could say like wing parts, to the actual oil and the vegetables, so that way it can have that flavor of the turkey and the bacon. It's not going to be a really heavy flavor, but it's going to be at least savory, so I'm looking forward to it once we actually get to eat. So stay tuned. And the key to every recipe that I like to cook, at least, is minced garlic. So I have minced garlic here. Yes, you can chop up your own garlic. Yes, sometimes I do buy fresh garlic, and I chop it up myself. I have a chopper, but a food processor. But this right here is already prepared. It's minced garlic in water, so no problem there. And so I've added 3 cloves worth, so about 3 tablespoons of garlic, just because we like garlic in the house. And also it's minced and it's been soaking in water. So I went ahead and I put that into my pot with my vegetables. It's finishing up right now. I'm gonna let it stay in there for about a minute until it gets fragrant, until it starts to smell like garlic. We don't want the garlic to burn, so I have to keep an eye on it. So I'm gonna go back over here to the pot and keep an eye on the garlic, and I'll be back with you soon. All right, so here we are with the black-eyed peas. It's just got done draining. Shouldn't be too much water left on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the pot. Add my 4 cups of chicken broth. All right. And stir it in. And then I've got 2 bay leaves here. And we're going to add these to the black-eyed peas. Of course, before serving, you're going to remove your bay leaves. But while it's cooking, you keep them in the pot. And as you guys can also see, public service announcement, I have a ring light now. So that's how you can see me a lot better than the last video I did. So we're upgrading, we're elevating, we're doing things. So yeah. So we'll come back. Of course, this is going to be a whole process because it's an entire meal plus dessert. So just come back and see what we got left to do. So see you soon. Now we are going to go ahead and start on the greens. So I like to make turkey greens. Not really a big fan of always using pork. I did use bacon fat for the black-eyed peas. But this time we're going to go ahead and we're going to use some smoked turkey and some chicken broth. I added 4 cups of chicken broth to this pot. And now we have the turkey. Actually, this is a turkey leg. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to let this kind of come to a boil, create some flavor in the broth for the turkey. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and add some collard greens and some onions. And I'll show you the rest of the process of how I do it right after this. All right, so now that we've got a boil going on our black-eyed peas, as you can see, we got a rolling boil going there. And now we're going to go ahead and put the top on top of the black-eyed peas. So now we're just going to wait for about an hour. So we've got it. Let's just go ahead and see what the finished product looks like. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. So I've got 1 tablespoon here of red pepper flakes. I'm going to add that to the water. I do like to have a little bit of heat. Just a little pinch of it. There's nothing wrong with it. Add just a little touch more. Okay. Okay, so we added the red pepper flakes to the turkey leg. I keep wanting to say turkey wing, but the turkey leg and the chicken broth. So now we're just gonna let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes so that way it can really get that flavor from the turkey leg and the red pepper flakes. So I'm gonna let this boil and just kind of simmer for a minute, not boil, but simmer on a low heat for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then I'll come and check on it. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're going to add the collard greens. My husband is dancing behind the camera. The collard greens, yes, period. So that's what we got going on right now. And I'll be back soon with the next step in the process. You're getting the motion. So far so good. It's already coming to a boil right now. I'm gonna go ahead and add the top to it and then we'll be back. See you soon. Come over here. No. All right, so we're gonna need for our dessert some puff pastry, strawberry pie filling, Jell-O cheesecake, which is basically like cheesecake pudding, and then we're gonna use some cream cheese. We also have some milk here. You can use regular whole milk, or you can use lactate, or you can use whatever your preference of milk is, whether it's almond milk, soy milk, whatever works best for you in your diet. So we also have a pizza cutter here. We also have a blender. So basically this is going to help us to kind of mix the batter together. And then we also have the pizza cutter, which I'm going to use for the dough. So you're going to see exactly what we're going to do for this particular dessert. It's going to be really good. It's going to be strawberry puff pastry, and you're going to see the end result. It's going to be a strawberry cheesecake puff pastry, actually. So it should be really good, you guys. Just stay tuned for the end result, and I'll just be showing you the steps that I take along the way. Okay, so now we've got the collard greens in the pot. I put onion and garlic in there. I put about 2 cloves of garlic, about a half of an onion, and then we've got extra virgin olive oil that I added as well, just for the benefit of not sticking together, and to add a little bit of flavor. So I also add in complete seasoning. So complete seasoning has just about everything in it, from onion to garlic to herbs and spices and salt as well. So it's kind of a end all be all purpose, okay? So it can be used in plenty of dishes. So I put that in there as well. I'll give you a look. So now it's gonna go ahead and it's gonna cook down. And as it cooks down, I'm just gonna go ahead and stir it, have it on a low simmer for about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It depends on what it looks like in the next hour and a half. And I'm just gonna keep an eye on it, but I'm gonna keep it low and slow. Low and slow is the best way to cook your greens. So I'm gonna wait for this to come to a boil, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on. And then after that, we'll just wait. It's a waiting game. When it comes to Sunday dinner and you're cooking soul food, it's a waiting game. So we're just gonna wait and be patient and let that come to a boil. And I'm already working on my dessert over here. I've got my cheesecake jello pudding mixed with my cream cheese. So we already got that going here. And I also have my dough as well. So I'll show you my dough. No, I'll bring it on over here. So here's the dough. I've already made the slits, the cuts, and I'll show you the end result when we're ready. Okay, so stay tuned. All right, so now we're focusing on dessert. So mainly, I've went ahead and I've already put the cheesecake mixed with the cream cheese inside. Just 1 block of cream cheese, 1 entire can of strawberry pie filling, and then I actually mixed the cheesecake jello pudding with 1 block of cream cheese. So I've already assembled the dessert. The way I made the strips was with the pizza cutter. So that's how we made the strips, and then you basically just bring them crisscross applesauce. All right, and so this is how it looks. So now I have my butter, and I'm going to paint it. We're going to paint it on the pastry, and that's going to make it nice and flaky and buttery. Now, of course, I'm quite sure it would turn out just fine without this. If you're worried about calories or a diet in particular, then you can skip the butter step. You can even skip the pie filling step and just use fresh strawberries. But today, obviously, it's Sunday, so I'm trying to get through the dinner so that way I can be ready for work tomorrow. So we don't want to be doing too much, right? So yes, there we go. All right, we have put the butter on, and so now the dessert is ready to go into the oven. I'm actually waiting for the turkey wings to come out in the next 10 minutes. So I'm going to be putting the dessert in at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. So that's about how long it should take for the puff pastry with everything inside of it to bake. And you'll get to see the end results very soon. So stay tuned. All right, so now we're going to check the final results of the greens. They're looking really good. I already tore the turkey off of the bone. I already disposed of the bone and any other pieces that might be hard to eat. And yeah, and the skin as well. So just the meat from the turkey. And it's boiling nice and good. So it's almost to what I want it to be. And I'm just going to let it cook a little bit longer. And here goes my black-eyed peas. They taste amazing. I already let my husband and my mom taste some, and they really loved it. So I'm really pleased with the outcome of the black-eyed peas. They didn't take long to cook. They only cooked for about a good 60 minutes. In order to get them to the texture that I wanted them to be, I cooked them for about 75 minutes, about an hour and 15. So yeah, they turned out really bomb. I put onions, bell pepper, cayenne pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and yeah, it turned out really good, and some salt. So not very much salt, just because of the fact that I used bacon fat, but yeah, it turned out awesome. So now we're just waiting for the greens to finish up, and now I'm going to show you the dessert. All right, and here's our dessert. I know it doesn't look as pretty as it tastes, but it definitely tastes awesome. It's the strawberry cheesecake puff pastry. So it turned out really good, and I'm really pleased with that. I tasted a little bit of the filling after it was already cooked, and it tastes really good. So my next plan is going to be to let this cool, and then I'm going to get some powdered sugar, and I'm going to sprinkle that on top, and that's basically going to be the end of it. So after this, you'll get to see what the plate of food looks like, and then we'll be wrapping this video up. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. So I finally have made plates. I've got my smothered turkey wings here, as well as my collard greens with turkey mixed in with it, and also the black-eyed peas. So I'm going to show you the finished result. All right, y'all, and there's the dessert. We haven't eaten it yet, but we have it on the table ready to serve. And there's the plate. It's really good, and I hope we all enjoy it. So thank you for watching. Have a great night. Like, comment, subscribe.
Nobody's next. Georgia,